Have you ever wondered why a simple walk can become a challenge after the age of 50? In the US, millions of people over the age of 60 complain of knee pain. According to the Mayo Clinic, more than half of patients in this age group experience joints that creak, swell, or ache even after minor exertion. And the most unpleasant thing is that this not only limits movement, but also literally steals the joy of life. Imagine this. John from Chicago has loved playing golf his whole life, but at 65, he noticed that after a couple of hours of playing, his knees hurt so much that he had to apply ice and take painkillers. His doctor said, "It's a natural, aging process." But does every elderly person have to put up with this? The answer is no. Doctors at Harvard Medical School are increasingly saying that it is not medication, but nutrition and the right foods that can be a real lifesaver for joints. Studies show that certain foods can repair cartilage tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain. More importantly, they are available to everyone. Today, I will tell you about 3 such foods. These foods don't just temporarily relieve discomfort, they help your joints work better, strengthen your knees, and restore ease of movement. And we're not talking about expensive supplements from the pharmacy, but simple foods that you can buy at any supermarket in New York, Dallas, or a small town somewhere in Ohio. We'll start with Product 3. It has already proven its effectiveness in fighting joint inflammation. But I advise you to watch the video until the end, because product number 1 is a real surprise. Almost no one talks about it, although its benefits for the joints are simply enormous. So make yourself comfortable. We're starting. If you have sore knees or creaky joints, the first thing to look for is foods that reduce inflammation. After all, joint pain is most often associated with chronic inflammation, which destroys cartilage tissue. This is where fatty fish comes to the rescue. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published data showing that people who eat fatty fish at least twice a week have significantly lower inflammatory markers in their blood. This means that their joints are protected from wear and tear and pain. Why fish? It's all about omega-3 fatty acids. These substances act as a fire brigade in the body. They reduce inflammation, decrease swelling, and make movement easier. Omega-3 literally lubricates the joints from the inside, like motor oil in a car. For example, Mrs. Helen from Texas was diagnosed with arthritis in her knees. Her doctor suggested painkillers, but she decided to try a different approach. She added salmon and sardines to her diet. After just 6 weeks, she noticed that she could climb stairs without pain. And by the 8th week, she was back to her daily walks. It is important to remember that you don't have to buy expensive salmon. Regular canned sardines or mackerel are perfectly fine. Even a can of sardines for a couple of dollars can be a real cure for your joints. And one more tip. If you don't like fish, you can discuss taking fish oil capsules with your doctor. But whole fish is more beneficial because, in addition to omega-3, it contains vitamin D and calcium, all of which strengthen bones and joints. So, product 3 is fatty fish. Eat it 2 to 3 times a week, and you will feel your knees become more mobile and the pain go away. But this is only the beginning. In the next chapter, we will talk about product 2. And, to be honest, many Americans have no idea that it can have such a significant impact on joint health. When we talk about vision, most people immediately think of carrots. But few people know that citrus fruits, especially oranges, can protect our eyes just as well. Why? It's all about vitamin C and bioflavonoids, which act as natural antioxidants. What happens when you eat an orange in the evening? Vitamin C helps strengthen the capillaries and blood vessels in the eyes. These are the ones that nourish the retina, the part of the eye responsible for clear vision. With age, blood vessels become more fragile. Micro tears may appear, and vision may deteriorate. Oranges act as a protective shield. They strengthen the walls of blood vessels, improve microcirculation, and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration. In addition, oranges are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the eye vitamins that protect the retina from ultraviolet radiation and nighttime oxidative stress. When we sleep, these substances literally repair our cells, reducing eye fatigue after a long day on the phone or computer. Scientists at the University of Sydney observed elderly people for over 10 years and found that those who ate at least one orange a day were 60% less likely to experience vision loss after age 65. Imagine, just one fruit in the evening can work as a preventive measure against serious problems. So, if you want to wake up in the morning and feel that your eyes are rested, add an orange or freshly squeezed juice without sugar to your evening diet. It's a simple and delicious step towards healthy vision. Many people think that vitamin C is only needed to protect against colds, but in fact, its main hidden mission is to maintain the health of connective tissue. Without sufficient amounts of ascorbic acid, our bodies simply cannot produce collagen, the very protein that forms the basis of cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. This means that a vitamin C deficiency directly leads to joint destruction and knee pain. This is where simple, affordable fruits come to the rescue: kiwis, oranges, and grapefruits. But kiwis deserve special mention. One medium-sized fruit contains almost a daily requirement of vitamin C. Moreover, it is absorbed much better than from tablets because it comes with fiber, enzymes, and other beneficial substances. How does this work for joints? It's very simple. Vitamin C triggers collagen synthesis, which means your cartilage is renewed and protected from wear and tear. In addition, kiwi helps reduce inflammation in tissues, improves microcirculation, and accelerates the healing of minor injuries that inevitably occur in the knees when walking, climbing stairs, or even after prolonged sitting. Another advantage of kiwis is their antioxidant content. Antioxidants block free radicals, which damage cartilage cells and increase inflammation. This has a double effect. You slow down joint destruction and help them recover. How to consume them correctly? The best option is to eat 1 to 2 kiwis a day in the morning or in the first half of the day. They can be added to oatmeal, smoothies, or eaten separately. But it is important to remember that vitamin C is destroyed by heat treatment, so only fresh fruit should be consumed. Many older people report that after a month of regular kiwi consumption, they noticed less stiffness in their knees in the morning, and long walks no longer caused severe discomfort. Of course, this is not a miracle cure, but it is a simple, tasty, and completely natural way to help your joints. When we talk about joint health, many people think that only pills or expensive supplements are needed. But in fact, the key to mobility and pain relief lies largely in what we eat. Simple foods that are accessible to everyone, fish, oranges, kiwis, can work just as well as pharmacy remedies, and most importantly, without side effects. They nourish cartilage tissue, reduce inflammation, strengthen bones, and restore the ease of movement to our knees that we often begin to take for granted after the age of 50. Remember, knee pain does not appear overnight. It is the result of years of our joints not getting the nutrients they need. That is why it is so important to give them what really works. Omega-3 from fish reduces inflammation and improves cartilage elasticity. Vitamin C from kiwis triggers the production of collagen, a natural building material for joints. And beta-carotene and minerals from oranges help protect joints from destruction and give them the strength to recover. Many older people make the same mistake. They endure pain and think, well, it's age, that's how it should be. But that's not true. Joints can be maintained and restored if you take care of them every day. Just include these foods in your diet, at least 3 to 4 times a week. Let a piece of baked fish, a kiwi salad, or a plate of fragrant oranges become your medicine in the kitchen. And most importantly, start today. Don't wait until it gets worse. Give your knees a chance to move easily and painlessly again. After all, freedom of movement is freedom of life.